Today, we will collectively co-create in manifesting a brand new Ferrari. Greetings. I thank you for your presence and for your support to the channel. It is true faith with hope that this divinely guided channel will support and assist in bringing forth the manifestations of a world that is ever expanding towards limitless expression of life. For every expansion requires a release of energy, much like the action of expanding a balloon. An internal release for an external expansion. And in order for our Ferrari to arrive, there's much internal preparation that must happen first. In order to receive a Ferrari, one has to make sure the garage is empty and ready. But that's 10 steps ahead. Firstly, to even bring the idea of owning a Ferrari, and then the conviction to go for it, the decision to own it, and then there's all the other logistics involved. Does one have a garage to begin with? Is there space for a garage? Does the garage hold enough capacity for the car's maintenance? If there's no garage, then one has to build it, ensuring that the foundation meets the required quality of protection for the car. And most importantly, does one have the means to even buy the gas to drive it around? Otherwise, one might as well stroll to the showroom every day and watch it from the window, like breakfast at Tiffany. If one cannot pay for gas, it is pointless to manifest a Ferrari in the first place, I say. Never mind even the gigantic bill of spare parts that may incur in case of a hit and run case while trying to rob a bank for the gas money. Just for a moment, we will take a look back in history to gain a deeper insight, to progress further, because beyond the logistics, the very foundation of the process of manifestation is an internal journey of being in alignment vibrationally through arriving at the required soul frequency to sustain the manifestation. And so in this video, we will focus on the maintenance of that vibrational frequency, the background work for manifestation, and also the process of the unfoldment. Before we proceed further, we will take a moment to look back in history to gain insight into the foundation of manifestation in the form of asking and receive. Ask and you shall receive. We understand and acknowledge the importance of remembering how the structure and organization of all forms of religion have always been intended to safeguard and preserve faith, the faith for life itself. Yet, it is only still limited as being a tool because each man for himself has to seek the specific answers from within to navigate one's soul path. the fate that was intended to be preserved through religion can then be looked at as a quality to be carried forth, to be utilized as the fate in the divine within, above, and all around us, that the divine never fails to answer personally if asked with absolute faith that the answer will arrive. And whether one is part of a religion or not, we see fate as exercised by all to achieve endeavors. The fate in one's aligned, guided endeavors. But to align, we seek clarity. Yet the clarity at times comes in the form of answers that are not as per what convention may dictate. But do we have faith in the inner guidance even if the process may be unconventional? And thus, Isaiah stated this: "For my thoughts are not your thoughts, neither are your ways my ways, thus says the Lord." Isaiah 55, 8-9, which is reflected in the classic code. God works in mysterious ways, which comes from William Cowper's 1773 hymn, "Light Shining Out of Darkness," which goes to show that the divine works creatively as per each individual's unique, tailor-made experience. Ever since time immemorial, Isaiah highlighted how God uses the most unexpected methods, like using a pagan ruler like Cyrus the Great to rescue his people to achieve his purposes. Because regardless of the religion or the categorization, the I Am God presence exists within each of us all, which goes to show that the divine, as the higher divine intelligence, works creatively, meaning as per each individual's unique, tailor-made experience, keeping in mind the logistics of everyone that is involved. Because the divine does not play favorite. It seeks to fulfill every inspiration we hold dear through cosmic love for all the seekers, for all that ask. So just as parents seek to fulfill the needs of the child, Jesus thusly used the word Father to bring to light as closely as possible to the feeling for the provision, the feeling of the I Am God presence within and above us that provides for us. And so he used the parental feeling as a synonym for the provision and fulfillment. And so when we ask in complete faith, we activate divine protection. And then the universe conspires to make it happen and updates us through signs and synchronicities that our manifestations are on the way and that you are heading in the right direction. Faith activates the energy of manifestation. Faith is the foundation for hope. Yet, hope fuels the quality of faith. So both essentially and intrinsically are the building blocks that allows divine intervention and cosmic assistance. When we say cosmic, it means the frequency is untainted by the worldly energies of lower discordant nature. And it always works for the highest good of all. So it is a matter of alignment of our frequency to the cosmic frequency through one's intention, allowance, and faith with hope. And of course, this is done through healing shadow work to release the baggage, heal core perspectives on self-worth, of learning how to receive, learning how to give, because one's state of being has to be in flow. To be the flow of cosmic frequency, to be aligned, to be able to flow with high frequency. Any form of stuck energy, it blocks out all forms of manifestation. So coming back to the foundational frequency, one cannot pray and ask for assistance and then not have that faith that it will happen, or continue to speak or feel like it's never going to happen. Then it just means that you have canceled your own order by using your free will, by energetically aligning yourself with the frequency of lack. Just like you place an Amazon order and so before it reaches, and because you can't wait, or you have this angst that something will happen before it arrives, you cancel it. All the while it is already at the delivery station. And because you have used your free will to cancel it by not being a vibrational match to the frequency of the desired outcome or blessing, through the lack of faith, the lack frequency, one has voluntarily closed out one's energetic field, meaning no garage, so no Ferrari. We all need to be open to the process. So for example, cosmic assistance comes through an intuitively guided urge. And so you go and you do something which needs exploring a path, which may then unlock or activate a quality or an enlightened action, which may bring forth then an inspiration to create an outcome that may be the very key that unlocks the blessings, the key of the Ferrari. Yet the journey itself is a blessing upon your life and others. Because when your aligned action brings you an enlightened moment, you may unknowingly be activating someone else's highest aligned path. We are all symbiotically co-creating and thus setting in motion towards the alignment for our each own's highest path. So it is the foundational quality of faith to be able to hold that frequency of blessing. History will show us how things that have been so desired, when met, when one is unprepared, subconsciously because it does not feel good enough, frequency of not being ready to hold the gift, what happens when it arrives? One sabotages it by bringing in the pain factor upon oneself. And if the gift is in the form of a person, it brings pain to the other person as well. So one ends up fumbling the very thing one has so desired. And because the divine does not play favorite or offer a special treatment to just a particular individual, through the cosmic law of justice and balance, the energy always works in alignment for the highest and best good of all, and thus the divine timing. It all has to fit in. If one is not willing to do the work, why would another be brought pain or suffering? It would be great injustice. Unless, of course, there's a lesson involved for the other as well to learn and grow. For example, if I meet someone with whom I have a soul contract and the person appears in my life when I am feeling like I'm not yet ready, then I may sabotage the connection with the person I was supposed to build something, to co-create, to be on that higher timeline. But because I was not ready, yet we still aligned when I was not holding that space of readiness, it means it's also a reflection that the other person that appeared, that was matched vibrationally, that person also has something within him, her to learn. That person is also not fully, completely ready. So then, the ball now is, in this particular situation, is in both the courts. So if one does the healing work, one automatically will vibrate out of the relationship if the other doesn't. Of course, it's never done intentionally, yet it all energetically happens. Because now both are not vibrationally matched when one has already ascended to a higher frequency. And then the separation is just the physical manifestation. So if both work on healing from each own's personal situation to align further, to grow further, for example, one has to learn self-growth and the other has to perhaps release certain habits, addictions, etc., that is not in alignment for the new upgraded timeline for which both are meant to share, then all those shadows will be brought forth to the forefront like a glaringly or like a spotlight, because the new timeline demands, requires healing and release to align to the higher frequency. So it's a curtain call moment for both, each both individually responsible for oneself. Either rise together or vibrate out of each other. Now, sometimes the Ferrari may arrive when you are not fully prepared to be your highest potential. Meaning, the Ferrari was just another lesson for owning the entire company if you can level up through it. Because you already has it in you that you were not ever aware of. And if you can allow yourself the infinite possibilities to be your potential, it unlocks another timeline, another higher timeline, if you can rise above this situation. Because your potential is you arriving to what already is your highest timeline, your highest potential. Because the Ferrari may teach you how to hold the frequency, may teach you to be more grounded and be more expansive. And so if you have unexpected circumstances and challenges while owning the Ferrari, it may even bring the lesson that will ultimately bring yourself to a state of readiness or have an eureka moment through all the experiences of actually building and owning your own car company. So what is losing a Ferrari through the situations and circumstances if it has taught you to build an entire company for yourself? Every obstacle we overcome, we are collecting the riches of the soul. So we can then cash out through the application on the use as life skills and as soul qualities that build one's energetic frequency as one's record of attainment of the soul. So there's nothing as failure, only a building of a greater momentum. What is life without its mysteries? The adventures of life is only experience from the openness and the allowance to make it so. So it is wise to also make conscious room for intentional flexibility of the journey. Because what you may think is best, because you are thinking and not feeling, may sometimes be not what is in alignment for your highest calling. So when we tune into our feelings, it contains the answer already. It contains the vibration already of your true soul urge. So sometimes if one tries to make things happen or manifest from what you think is best for you, then it is another soul lesson. It just becomes a detour, however, because after the merry-go-round ride, the feeling or soul urge will still surface, this time only stronger. What is for you will always be there for you, because only you hold the key to your particular lock in the world. It is just a matter of claiming it. Whether it is a particular quality of life that your soul seeks to experience or learn, or a relationship. So in the case of relationships, for example, even if a particular assigned soul contract may be cancelled, the quality of partnership that you seek for will still manifest in or with another person who perhaps will be the most vibrationally aligned for you, because you are now both operating at the same frequency. Or for a job, for that matter, or a project. Always keeping and knowing in mind that the divine brings the right situation in the perfect time. Perfect aligned time. For the other counterpart too has to be ready to receive you, or the season of your project taking off has to be ready to be received by your clients, or the world, or the land where you need to build a house has to be emptied first by the owner who was intuitively guided to sell, if he follows his intuition, that is. So we are all cohesively intertwined, yet sovereign in our feelings, if we choose to continue to hold the space of peace, allowance, hope, faith, patience, confidence, readiness, and most importantly, gratitude. Even for the things not yet in physical manifestation. Gratitude is the frequency of maintaining the aligned frequency before and after, to be a vibrational match to hold all the blessings in life. When children ask for a specific Christmas present from their parents, they already know that it will be theirs. So they already are manifesting it after demanding it through the feeling like they already have by daydreaming about it, imagining all the playtime scenarios with excitement, with complete knowing that it's coming on the 25th, it's arriving. So the parents work hard to bring it to them because they know the child already is up there in the clouds, already unpacked the present. And so they will make sure that they don't disappoint the child. That's how the universe works. Expect miracles with childlike knowing and expectations. The Father, divine intelligence, will bring forth through the action the masculine principle. Through the mother's love for fulfillment, divine feminine principle of the experience or the blessing. May all that your soul seeks to experience be fulfilled through the power of your cosmic fate, with cosmic hope that it is already done, in the knowing that you are always divinely guided and protected. Peace and blessings. I'll see you next time. Bye.